Sweets and Meats Barbecue is open again in Mount Washington after temporarily closing for 10 weeks. And we're thrilled to have the owner, Kristen Bailey, with us today. She's showing us a perfect pork shoulder and some March Madness appetizer ideas. Welcome back. It's so good to see you again, Kristen.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us, Sheila. We're very excited. The store was busy this week. People are booking the food truck. It's very exciting after being closed for 10 weeks.
Yeah, I'm great. I'm glad to see people are happy to see you come back, and I know why they are, because your food is fantastic. So your key on cooking a pork shoulder is low and slow, right? And then you use a dry rub on it?
Absolutely. Low and slow is always the name of the game. If anything else, it's all about the prep, so the seasoning that you're using. Obviously, barbecue is a labor of love. And then low and slow, I cook everything at 225 to 250.
Well, I just made a pork shoulder last week, and I cooked it like 12 hours. You don't have to have a smoker. You can just do it in your oven. What is in the rub that you put on yours?
Absolutely. So I've got some of our dry rub here. As you can see, I just finished up a pork shoulder, pulled that. I wanted to show you the wiggle bone should come clean when it comes out. But as far as rub's concerned, this is some of our dry rub. It's a third generation dry rub. And we do put some paprika in it. We've got brown sugar, of course. If you're diabetic, that does cook off during the smoke. We've got some brown sugar that I just put in there. Of course, some cumin. I've got oregano. I've got pepper. I've even got celery seeds. I've got some kosher salt, chili powder, and then sugar. So I actually mix all that up, and you can just mix it by hand. If you're doing a big batch, you can actually do it with a blender, but certainly you can do a small batch. There's a website on Local 12 has the full recipe for this dry rub, and you'll have just enough for an 8-pound pork butt.
Oh, that sounds great. So now you also brought some appetizer ideas for March Madness. What do you have out there? Did you use the pork shoulder for that?
Absolutely.
Or other things? Yeah.
So I use some fresh pork shoulder. We've got some barbecue nachos, and of course our barbecue sauce on top. I also have our pork mac.
Ooh,
so you can actually do pork mac and put a little bit of that on there. I can even use some of that dry rub I just made. So if you want to do that, you can sauce it up.
Yum.
And then of course I've also got another pork dip that has mashed potatoes, pulled pork, cheese, and some scallions on top.
You always make sure everybody's well fed wherever you go with the truck or there in Mount Washington, Kristen. So what are you doing for Easter? Can people order from you for the holiday?
Absolutely. So we're actually taking Easter orders beginning this afternoon with pickup on Easter Sunday. You do have to pre-order no later than April 1st, but you can actually pick up between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. on Easter Sunday. So we'll have some smoked turkey, smoked ham, all the fixins, homemade desserts, the whole nine.
Oh, yum. It looks fantastic. I can smell it all the way in here. Kristen, I'm so glad everything is getting back to some sense of normal for you and you're out and about and cooking again for us. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, and definitely look at the recipe on Local 12. Thanks for having Sweets and Meats Barbecue.
Yeah, local12.com. And go see her at Sweets and Meats, and we'll be right back.